What's up, y'all? You know what it is. You know it's your host, D Marachi, your other host.
I know who the fuck I am. Quit playing.
I well, yo, we did a video on them a couple months ago, but that's gonna be on the Patreon. That's coming soon. But we did a video on these two guys, Tony Gaskins, Anthony O'Neill, about some of the sucker stuff they was saying, man. But we just gonna play it.
Simps of the goddamn year, bro. I mean, if it was a Simping award, these niggas would be runner up and winner every fucking year, bro.
Right. So we just gonna play you a quick snippet of what they were saying, and then we're gonna get into some of the talking points and what they were saying in that particular video. But the video will be right in the description. You know what I mean? Yo, don't go subscribe to them dudes. If y'all want real advice, people that's really out here in the dating scene, really moving it for real, don't go listen to them, man. But enough about that. We're gonna black out a little bit on them when we get to it. Let's get.
And we gotta change our label. Okay. So when you talk like I talk, you a simp. All day long. And that's the problem.
Goddamn right, nigga.
All day long. That's the problem. Oh, you a simp. You simping. I'm like, what? Because I'm being respectful and honoring. I'm trying to understand rather than calling XYZ. I'm like, wait. But then I just be like, huh? Right. But why where are we getting that from? Brokenness.
You know where you getting it, bro.
Our leaders are broken men.
Yeah, you got.
Look at the president, when you look at our top rappers, when you look at our radio hosts, when you look at our television hosts, 90% of them are broken men. Men from fatherless men who have never gone to better health, men who have not done therapy, have not done coaching, have not worked on themselves at all. And from there, these men get a platform, they get put on a pedestal, and they push this narrative of womanizing and making money.
First off,
Y'all want to hear the whole video of them going at it for 30 minutes? Y'all can click on the description. It'll be in there. Yeah, man.
I suggest to anybody watching from our end, if watch as much as you can stand so you can fully understand why we are saying what we're saying about these guys. I don't want anybody to get it misunderstood. This ain't a bashing section right here. We're not doing a bashing session on these men, bro. But this is the problem with why some of the ladies who are genuine about relationships, I can see why they have these questions about this overwhelming amount of feminine ass men, bro. It's a difference between being honorable and caring versus being a manipulator to get your situation. And if you notice the pattern of all these guys, these two dudes we just showed you, Derek Jackson, these are all dudes that try to act like they're overly something they're not. Then when the shit hit the fan, we realize these niggas out here cheating. These is the ones out here doing all this weak ass shit. So all I'm saying to you, it's a difference between masculine men. We are naturally born leaders, like a woman is a natural born nurturer. Ladies, it's okay when a man is aggressive or he loud tone, baby. Yeah, that's what a man does. We're not y'all. And I think a lot of y'all problem is y'all looking for trannies. Y'all looking for men that act like women. You just need the men part. Don't get us confused. When real men shit go on, you shouldn't be intimidated by that. So a lot of y'all little girls, that's a problem with, I think, black dating. A lot of y'all ain't grew up. And then y'all measure y'all growing up based on your success status. A man don't give a fuck about your money. When's the last time you dated a woman and really gave a fuck about what her job is and how much she get paid.
Didn't care at all. Did not care.
We don't give a fuck. We date for two different reasons, y'all. Women, y'all date looking for protection and a provider.
The stability.
We date for a totally different reason.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally different. We don't need no protection from you, and we don't need to be provided by you.
Yeah, man. So I'm just gonna throw some key points out there that he said. And like I said, the video, the full video is gonna be in the description. Let me just say this. This man, he's been on the Oprah show, Tyra Banks, Breakfast Club. He's definitely a well-successful entrepreneur. I don't want
Why he been on
nothing.
feminist shows?
I don't want to take nothing away from him. He has best-selling books. I'm gonna give it to him when it comes to that. When it comes to the business side.
What is in those books, man? I know a lot of tricksters that made plenty of money because they tricked you into buying a product that wouldn't work shit.
Right.
That man's success ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck he's saying out his mouth, man. Fuck that nigga's success. I'm not knocking him neither, but I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay. Nah, but I just want to throw, because this ain't coming from a place of hate. All we're doing is we're just saying what was said in the video, and we're giving you from a man's standpoint. That's all.
But I'm saying, me and you personally know a guy that was trying to take this same angle, using these manipulating ass tactics, so he could sell a book. We understand what these guys are doing, bro. And it's disgusting, for real. It's disgusting, bro.
Right.
You misleading our women by trying to play the position of a success. You use the success. They're using the success, which is no different than a simp or a trick. They put their money out front to make them be separated from the average man. So they use this success to be like, oh, well, if I'm successful with this and selling books and doing this, then I also have to be successful in my relationship because I'm married 15 years. You married 15 years, what the hell you going to tell us about dating?
Right. What you gonna tell us about dating to people that are actually out here in the field? And that's the first point that I'll cover. He said that men, the reason why they are unsuccessful in finding mates is because we listen to other single men that are basically broken, you know what I mean, have no relationship advice, etc., etc. What you think about that?
So I'm gonna say this. Those men that he are saying are broken. He also said they come from fatherless homes, and they're real situations that are really issues in our communities. But my question is this: who do women get dating advice from? And ain't those women coming from the same type of fucking households? So what sense does that make to say that about the men? We can't say this about men. It's in our nature to be more logical than women. So wouldn't it make more sense still, no matter the circumstances they come out of, to probably listen to a man because he's going to be more logical and non-biased about it if he's passionate about what he does? Not saying that the women can't, but all I'm saying is if the men are coming from these elements, where the fuck are the women coming from?
Coming from these same homes. And who's in these, who's the parent in these homes? Single mothers. So it's single mothers hurting other children, which is the son and the daughter. Go ahead, bro.
It's just the contradiction. It's like you can't put down one group to big up another. You know what I'm saying? We on the same team, bro. We together in this. You know what I mean? Right. When we talking about relationships, black men and black women are together on that. Either we're genuinely trying to figure out what the fucking problem is, or either you're contributing to the problem. It's one or the other. And in the case of these cats, I just feel like they're contributing to the problem. They're not helping for real.
They're definitely contributing to the problem because they're making no accountability towards the women as well. Men have been hearing for years their problems and their lack of. We've been hearing it, and we've been getting beat over the head with it from as far as I can remember. This is what's been going on, man. But now, when has it ever come a time to where the women gotta get just a little fraction of what we getting out there, or what we were getting and still getting to this day? Go ahead.
Our women will never get any better if they don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to come a time to where you're getting the same scrutiny and the same critiquing that we get.
Right.
That's the only way. You can't if you're coaching a basketball team and you're having a problem with the guards and you're having a problem with your big man. You can't just fix the problem with the big man and leave the guards alone and expect to have a solution and win a game. You have to cover every error, every place where there's a weakness at. You have to take that weakness and somehow make it a strength. You can't just focus on one area when you got more than one problem.
Right. Exactly.
Go ahead, Doc, I know you got some jewels you want to drop.
Yo, I got a few key points, man. And again, we prepared to go 12. This is just one round. Don't get it twisted. We prepared for 12. But yeah, man, it says
Versace don't be playing, man. Versace Marachi do not play. Y'all don't get him twisted, man.
It said, so now these same women that scream independent and that they don't need a man, he says, I want a man. He said, I want a man. This hustle culture I'm not built to do. I want to relax and start a family. That's what a productive man wants. When he wants a woman, he wants peace. And his job is to be a provider and a protector. He doesn't want you to go out there in the field. But these women will battle with you and they will fight with you tooth and nail because they want to go pursue their educations. They want a career. They want to act. They don't want to be our ally. They want to be our enemy or our competitor. That's what's going on out here.
Yeah, they want to compete with us more than anything. I've noticed it's very hard for a woman to listen to a man that's going to be honest and stern. I think it's more easy for them to listen to the men that is going to tell them what they want to hear. And even with some women that's in the dating field, when you sit them down and talk to them, they end up meeting and given the opportunity to meet and date. It's usually to them guys that are saying what they want to hear. And they instantly regret it once they get to know these dudes. Because any dude that's telling you what you want to hear has a trick up his sleeve. There's something else to that. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do to maintain a situation with me, whether you like it or not. And it's your job as a grown-ass woman to do the same with me so we can correct the mistakes, because a relationship is very similar to a job. It just doesn't happen overnight. In every situation, whether it's good, poisonous, or bad, all start off good. That honeymoon period, when you first get to know somebody, always seems like it's blissful. Now, okay, and listen, every time you get a new job, doesn't it seem like the best job you got in the beginning?
Right.
Until you guys get in that motherfucker, get to knowing everybody, and that workload get a little bit heavier. Then you realizing that this job ain't exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, once that training. Yeah, once that training period's over, you know what I mean? Yo, then you realize that real work. Then it's like, why sign up for this? You know what I mean? And so then, I mean, he bigs up the women and he says, you know what I mean? They should be independent. They should be all of these things. But his wife hasn't worked in a number of years. So he's saying one thing, but he's doing another. And his wife hasn't worked, and she has the ability to work.
Has a degree.
And
a medical degree on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So she could be, damn near doctor status.
Right. And this is the thing. And this could go either way. The only reason why she's not working is because something happened to her health-wise. Imagine if she was working.
It was the son. It was her when they had the baby. The baby was premature, and he was on a feeding tube, so he came out 2 months early.
Right.
So she hasn't worked since that time period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which that's understandable. But the main thing is, let's not get this misunderstood. The reason why she could be in a position where she's not working is because the man is doing his job of being a protector and a provider.
Right.
So he's covering his base which allows her to be in a natural state of a nurturer, taking care of the home, and doing the things that's necessary. They try to convince you that that's a miserable life to live. I'm pretty sure most of these women that have great grandmothers at this point, they were probably most likely married, and that's the lifestyle they live. Women have been living that lifestyle for centuries. Why is it such a bad thing now? If it's not broke, you don't need to fix it.
Right. Right.
Go ahead, bro, because you got some more bullet points you want to drill them with.
Yo, I mean, he says 42% of men will make 38,000 this year. 42%. So not even the majority. So the other 58% are making what?
Either they're making more than that or considerably less. That's an incomplete stat. You know what I'm saying? You would have to bring up if 42% are going to make 38,000. Are the rest of them going to make 150,000, or where are we at with that? You know what I mean? What is the rest? Right. That's not even half. So what is the other half of men? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me say this stat: men are making 40,000. Black men, black women are making 38,000, and it might be less than that when I last checked. But black men are still making more than black women as well. Then he said another thing. He said the most rising entrepreneur is a black woman. 42% of the entrepreneurs are single mothers.
Yeah, I also did research on that shit. So 70% of black women entrepreneurs don't even file taxes for their companies, which means they're not making anything. It's easy to start you an LLC and say you got a company, but if your ass ain't filing taxes on that company every fucking year, you're not making any fucking money.
Right.
70% of them are not even filing taxes under these entrepreneurial starter businesses. They're not making any money. So it's like a blanket stat. It's like a stat that you're just saying to say something, but it has no value to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they may have paid for the most LLCs in the year, but how many of them are successful businesses?
Right. And then you gotta also look at the big picture, because we can't just say single mothers, because single mothers are not the only ones in the community. We talk about things as a whole. So what are they doing to benefit the community and the family? They're not doing nothing. It's not benefiting. Go ahead.
I think it's safe to say in urban areas all over this country, our communities are considerably weaker than where they were 30, 40 years ago. Considerably weaker.
Right.
And we also know there's been multiple groups that have contributed to making sure that that black man is not in the household in the last 30 or 40. It's been a strategic move to make sure he's eliminated from the family structure of black people.
Hold on, Ivy. This is a quote that he said. You went right into it. He said the black man needs to stop blaming the government for their mishaps and their lack of.
So let me say something, man. I don't think black men are blaming the government for anything. But if we're looking at, let's just say me and you, we're taking this situation of black relationships and we're looking at it like a business. We have to know what we're up against. We have to know where the hurdles are at. We have to know where the obstacles are. We have to know the things that are against us, which can cause for us not to be a profitable business. So when a man mentions that the government has a lot to do with why we're not in the household, they're compensating our women not to have us in the household. They're getting compensated for it. That is a major problem. They're being compensated to leave marriages. You hear me, fam?
Right.
If I can get paid to not fuck with women, I would only fuck with them on my leisure time and take the money.
Right.
That's what you're doing to our women.
Right.
So why are we allowed to speak on a contributing factor to why our family structure has been destroyed? Why are we not allowed to speak on that? That makes no sense to me.
Because he's saying that these are no longer obstacles, along with he's saying that you know, black men, they have mommy and daddy issues.
To word. So I want to, like I said, once again, these men are coming from the same household these women are. So if these men have mommy and daddy issues, what the fuck do the women have? I think that is a problem we have together. It doesn't matter. There's not a gender divide on that.
Right.
If the men are having these issues, the women are having them too. That's a factor for all of us, man. Not just for the men. This is why they call it Simps, which is why when they played that clip, it was so ironic and funny to me. If you wonder why men are calling you Simps, these are the reasons why, man. Because you only see the problem for the men. And the men are coming from the same household the women are. So we need to address the problem with them too. They got the same issues we have. Go ahead, bro, because I know you got some more bullet points, man.
And he said another quote: the only thing that we do as men is strip her of her self-respect, worth, and dignity. How we talk to her by controlling and dominating her.
That sounds like a statement that will come from a broken woman, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like, word. Okay, so why are we the silver medal and the most desired men in this country? Why are we desired so much if this is what type of people we are? And why are women the least desired? Let me give you a prime example. We're not saying all our black women are like this. What have we been covering this last week? Megan and Tory. Look at what's going on. Look who's doing it. It's our black women doing this shit. And I don't know who's all been following that case. But if you're following that case, Tory still ain't went up on the stand. There has been no black man representation in this case yet. It has been all the women that have been involved speaking and hitting the stand so far.
Right.
Neither one of them look credible at all. Both of them have admitted to and have been caught up in lying. Both of them. This is a bad look on our women. Also, I'm going to give you another bad look. When Kevin Samuels died, my man, look how our women bashed this nigga like he was David Duke and he started the Klan or something.
Right. Go ahead.
The stereotypes that our black women are getting are not created by us. It's created by the actions we're seeing of our black women. Show me these actions of black men that are dogging their women out, abusing their women. Not saying that there's not some that do it, but I don't think that the levels are even close. I don't think it's even close, bro. We can constantly on public levels of celebrity see how black women have done black men that are successful black men, how they quickly want to destroy you, end your career. You know, they put you in circumstances to where you got to deal with the law, and the outcome of that is you doing time. We watched a rapper get killed a year ago for messing. Now, this is all because of the woman messing with a woman who was involved with another nigga. I'm pretty sure she didn't tell him nothing about the dude. The dude come home, catch him in the crib. This was a famous rapper now down here in Atlanta. He gets killed. The rapper gets killed. The guy who killed him goes to jail. The person who's not accountable for that, and the sole reason why this event took place, has no accountability in that at all.
Right. Where is she?
Living her best life, goddamn it.
Right. She's not accessory to murder or none of that.
While one man is dead and the other man is about to do a murder sentence, minimum 10 years. Minimum.
Right. Right.
These are the examples that we're talking about that need to be spoke upon, because it lets you know where our biggest issues are coming from. It was just a group of women that booked a trip down to Mexico. I don't know if you're familiar with the story. I can't remember the girl's first name. I remember the girl's last name is Robinson. The day she gets down there, these women set up situation to where they can beat this girl's ass, and they beat her to death, bro. Shaniqua Robinson, I believe it was. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Once again, we're talking about women doing this shit. The destructiveness of our women. They killed this girl for whatever jealousy, weird ass reason. And there was a bunch of simp ass niggas around watching that shit. What man would sit there and watch a group of girls beat and jump and brutally fuck up another? And what makes it so sickening about it, they had the footage up on YouTube of her getting her ass whooped, and she was naked at the time. Like, there's no honor, there's no respect in that, man.
Right.
That's sick. Once again, who's the culprit?
The woman. The woman, man. State of relationships are terrible because of men. We are not stepping up and owning up as men. That's a quote he said.
Yeah, all right. Hit him with the blue face. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, man. So state of relationships. So 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Black men, like you said, they're the second most desirable on the dating scene, according to dating apps. Black women, according to these same dating apps, are the least desirable. These relationships going bad is not because of men. So what are we talking?
You know how the argument goes. You know, for women like to take the small percentage, which means that, like, if 80% of relationships can be proven that the woman is quicker to leave or quicker to destroy it, they're gonna want to talk about the 20% that are successful. They love to talk about the minority. They like to talk about the exceptions to the rule, not the rule. The argument is always, well, what about that one? I got a friend that she don't do that, and my group of friends don't do that. Man, we don't want to hear that shit. We talking about these statistical numbers that show a high percentage of motherfuckers who are involved in the same type of foolish activity.
Right. Right. And a lot of them, when they say that, when they be like they're that one exception, they're usually in that bunch of the majority. They're not that exception. It's when you start asking them questions further, you'll see how they react. And then you be like, yup, she's in the hole. She's in the hole. Recently, right? Did someone send you a video of this dude? What's his name? This dude, TonyGaskins. Didn't somebody send you a video about it?
Yeah, it was a female. And she was trying to push that ideology onto me. And I only sent her videos of my actual work. Like, I don't send her personal videos of things that, you know, I believe, or my ideology and people that back the way I believe. It was just, you know, on a level of support because the motherfucker knew me, and that's all I was looking for. But she got highly upset that I did not want to hear anything from Tony Gaskins, man. I was very familiar, probably more familiar with Tony at that point than she was. I know this man's work. Don't send me this bullshit. And it was crazy is women love to advocate for the weakest men on the planet. They love to advocate for the homosexual man, and the simp man. The man that's just gonna tell them, the Derrick Jacksons, the ones that's gonna say whatever sounds good, make y'all feel good about not being accountable for anything. Y'all advocate for these men and get mad when strong black men is like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's not the way this shit's gonna work. That's not the solution to our problems. They don't got the answers, Sway.
Right.
Tony Gaskins and Derrick Jackson don't got the answers. That man's married for almost 20 years now. Derrick Jackson had to come publicly and try to save his marriage when he got caught cheating on his wife. It's the same motherfucker that y'all want to advocate for that's telling you how relationships work.
And now Derrick Jackson's filing for divorce from this same woman.
How you gonna file from divorce from a woman who stayed with your stupid ass when you got caught in the wind?
Right.
Sick niggas.
Suckers. And these are the women. I mean, these are the men that you want to listen to. Look, I just want to share this one thing real quick. Then we can get back to it, man. And these are the people y'all need to stop listening to, man. Look at this, man. This is marketing 101 right here. Right here, man. Come on, y'all. Easy. Okay, books. Let's go here. All right. This man right here, I don't know why the big screen ain't loading, but this picture right here, the name of this book is called A Woman's Influence by Sherry Gaskin and Tony Gaskin Jr. Okay. So if I'm selling a book, right, that is tailored.
Go ahead, man.
If I'm selling makeup, right? I'm selling makeup, and my demographics is who?
A woman.
To women, right? So I'm making a book. So my message is tailored to women. Do you believe that man is really telling you the truth, or is he just telling you something so you can buy his product? It's simple, math, y'all.
It's the blueprint. If I'm a sales corporation and I'm hiring people to sell things, it is the exact blueprint I'm gonna give you to help you sell so you can benefit my business. Know your market, know your target market, and everything we do is targeted towards them. Their insecurities, what they want to hear, and what would make them buy our product. It's marketing 101, like he said. Come on, man.
And this man, I highly believe he does not believe what he's putting in these books. Look at the way the man lives his life. His wife is a stay-at-home mom. She does not work, but yet he wants to support and advocate for the independent entrepreneur woman. It doesn't coincide with his lifestyle. You got to walk it like you talk it. Over here, like what we do on Plug Talk. Y'all got to stop being deceived. Just like when we was talking about the rappers and these athletes and these people. Stop listening to them. You know what I mean? Stop it. Because they are leading you down a path of destruction. If you guys didn't learn from Gunna, he said he exaggerated the urban lifestyle so you could buy records. Then when stuff hits the fan, now go ahead.
This nigga got a song called Pushin' P, right? And now he pushing paperwork on his own crew. The same people that funded his career.
Right.
He's never sold no work. He's never been a drug dealer. And according to his statement, he's never been involved in none of the gang activity, which he admitted YSL was a gang on public record and in part of this plea.
Right.
He never participated in the gang activity, but he raps the lifestyle of a gangster.
Right.
He's the furthest thing from it. This is a schoolboy, man. Schoolboy Q. Y'all the name called Schoolboy Q, and he more gangster than that nigga.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's true. That is definitely true, man.
Y'all gotta stop. Like, you gotta understand, man. Okay, when there's millions of dollars at stake, people they have people that simply do the research to find out what type of market they can sell that bullshit to. Who's gonna believe it? They will put a dude like Gunna, give him the image of looking like everything he needs to look like when it comes to the street persona.
Right.
Put him in a video, get some writers to help him write his rap, and then they will create this image for you to see that makes you believe that these guys are really living the lifestyle that they say.
Right.
But they're not. And it's no different when it comes to these fake ass therapists and relationship coaches. I've came across a plethora of women who are therapists that are better women. How the fuck can you help somebody in a relationship and you couldn't save your own?
Right. 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 So
I don't know if you're familiar with the TikToker that ended up going viral. And the company she worked for, she was a therapist too, relationship therapist. And the company ended up firing her because of some of the provocative things she was doing and some of the ignorant things that she was saying on her TikTok. She ends up getting fired from that. But this is the type of woman who couldn't keep a man, who was having man issues, man bashing on her TikToks. This is who you go to for relationship therapy.
right. Right. Yo, I mean, with this whole social media, that's why I hate this social media, because people could paint on an image and you really believe that that's them. You know what I mean? Like say IV, the reason why I rock with IV, because yo, he walk it like he talk it. Everything that he said, yo, it's been verified. You know what I mean? So that's why I rock with him. But there's another person that could look and sound like IV, portray a lifestyle, and he gets the pass. But you got IV over here that's telling the truth and things that may necessarily that I don't want to hear, or maybe the next person, but he's keeping it real with y'all. That's what we doing over here on Plug Talk. We keeping it real with y'all. A lot of this stuff, some of this stuff I may say may hurt me per se. It may hurt me, but it's the truth, because we have to get better. We have to build. We have to evolve. You know what I mean?
If you're not willing to be honest with yourself, how can you ever become a better person? You can't lie to yourself and try to trick yourself. And you're not going to get anywhere with that.
Right.
It's like tell yourself, yeah, I'm going to go to work, and then you never get out of bed. You can't lie to yourself. You ain't going to get paid for the day. You can lie to yourself like, yeah, you know, I told somebody to clock me in, but I ain't there. You're going to find out. You have to put in the work. If you're not willing to put in the work, don't portray yourself as somebody who's putting in the work. You will be exposed.
Right.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. You're right.
And when you lie, even let's stick on the situation with Gunner. Now you have to think about things in a selfish way to say, okay, fuck this organization, fuck this group that did a lot of things for me. Now I got to think for myself, because I got myself into a fucked up situation with some niggas that was doing some shit that I don't want to do. Now not only did you hurt yourself by being a bad decision maker on who you were getting yourself involved in, but now you got to fuck up other people's lives as well, just to save your fucking self.
Right.
So when you faking and bullshitting out here, not only is it going to hurt you, but you're gonna eventually hurt a lot of other people in that process.
Right. And yo, and you know, Tony Gaskin, he's no different than Gunna. He's just doing it. He's just doing it in a more articulate way. He's putting it in the book form. That's all he's doing. And selling a product.
And he's not doing anything illegal to get prosecuted behind at the end of the day. But if capping and lying was illegal, that nigga would be doing a life sentence. For real.
And you want to know what he'll do? He'll be playing just like Gunna. Oh, no, I'm not that lifestyle. I'm just a married man. That's all. Got a couple of kids I'm trying to raise. I'm just trying to provide and do something for my family. That will be his.
Your Honor, I don't know anything about relationships. I've been married and married for 20 years. I was just talking. I was influenced by other motherfuckers, man. You want some information on Derrick Jackson? I'll tell on them. I'll tell on somebody else. I'll ruin somebody else to save myself from my bullshit.
Right.
Exactly what that man will be saying. Cut it out, man. Sipping culture, gotta go. Tricking culture, gotta go. This feminist sisterhood, gotta go. It's poisonous to the development of our culture. It's gotta go. It's gotta go.
Right.
It's gotta go.
And men,
no more rules.
Men, stop reading these books. Stop being on these dating apps. Yo, and get out here and actually socialize with the people. First, surround yourself around men that add value to your life and that are going to hold you for your mistakes and hold you accountable for being better. That's the first thing you want to do. Iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. When it not just any man, you want to be around men that are going to add value to your life and that are going to make you better. That's what you want to do. You know, you can find that within a mentor, a coach, you know, a friend, a sibling, something. You want to be around men that are going to make you better. That's why when I used to go to the gym, I used to go with my boys because again, we're all going to lift at different levels. But if I see one of my boys lifting a heavier weight, I'm going to want to do that. And that's just going to inspire me to work harder. So surround yourself around people that want to win. So when
still sharp and steel.
Still sharp and steel. You got IV, he get on me, yo, D Marachi, yo, we got to record today. Like, yo, we got to record. We're going to do it every day. And yo, and as long as these people keep coming up with this nonsense and doing this foolery, we're going to be on their neck. So y'all going to get used to seeing our faces every day. Y'all going to get used to seeing our faces. We are the new villains in town. Make room for us. It's either y'all going to give it to us or we going to take it, like it or not. IV.
It's a get down and lay down situation, man. It's a get down and lay down situation. That's the best way I can describe it. Either you gonna get down or lay down. That's it. All this bullshit, this capping shit, this fake fantasy lifestyle motherfuckers creating because you can use social media to project this fake fantasy. It's gotta stop, man. In the words of Tupac, man, like I always like to quote this, man. I think it was one of the deepest things he said on Dear Mama. He said, man, it's time to be real with each other. Time to heal each other, man. Like, it's time to be real, man. Fuck all this capping and lying shit, man. And in truth, you're going to find a lot of healing. So when somebody's being honest with you, it's going to probably hurt at the beginning because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But the healing process comes when you start doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it feels good once you get to doing what you're supposed to do because you start getting the results that you want. Like you just explained about working out. You're not going to get no results, your ass don't hit the gym. You hit the gym, you're putting in the work, And now it's starting to feel good because now you're starting to see the results. You're starting to see what happens once you start doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
It's no easy way. There's no BBLs in life. You can't get ahead and go get you a BBL shot and just, it don't work that way in real life. You can't cheat your way around shit. You got to work for it. You got to work for it. And ain't nothing wrong with hard work. Ain't nothing wrong with hard work. It's a beautiful thing, for real.
Right. And you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So yeah, I mean, again, we prepared to go 12. This is just one round. You know what I mean? So yo, Tony Gaskin, Anthony O'Neal, yo, we calling y'all out directly. I'll come. Go ahead.
I'm saying a big fuck you to Tony and Anthony. Fuck you, man. I don't respect your work. I don't feel your work is productive to our communities. People like to talk about it. I'm a man. We can talk about whatever. Very honorably too. But nah, man, it's a big fuck you to what y'all got going on, bro. I don't respect none of that shit, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, bro.
And again, last thing you said, nobody's been offering for you to come on their platform. Yo, we want you to come to Plug Talk, or I'll come over there. I know IV,
it don't matter,
but I'm coming.
It seemed like his track record is only good going to feminist movement type of shows, like you said, Oprah, and he was on Pirate Bank show or some shit. Like it seemed like a bunch of things that support the type of shit that he does, the type of books that he writes. I don't think he's man enough to come over here. And you and Anthony both said it. We played the clip. Y'all feel like y'all call simps, and y'all okay with that. I don't think a simp would come to a real man's world. I don't know. Call my bluff. But y'all just seem like y'all too simp to sit down with real men and have a real conversation, man.
Right.
And I think y'all cool with being simps, because being a simp pays you pretty nice, huh? Cornball ass nigga.
Yeah, man. So, yo, I say it like this. Listen, the moral of this story, we're gonna wrap this up. Moral of the story is like, listen, if you're gonna get advice from somebody, make sure they're living the life, or they got people around them that's actually living that life that they're trying to portray. If he's trying to sell you a book and sell you a dream, make sure it's credible. What he is doing is just regurgitating what women have told him. If you just read the words and everything that I said, it sounds like a female, man, if I had to guess the gender. But long behold, it's a male. And it may be his wife ghostwriting a lot of his book. You know what I mean?
No, I think his wife is really a man, and he Tyler Perry. He more used to wearing a dress than some slacks, man.
Right. Right. So, reoccurring theme. Y'all be careful who y'all listen to, man. Actually see if they're actually living the life that you want to envision for yourself. Yo, I'm pretty much done. IV, take us out of here, bro.
Hey, man. Y'all know what time it is. You ain't got to go home. You got to get the fuck out of here. It's Plug Talk. Peace and blessings.
Like, comment, subscribe.